If you're gluten-free and dairy-free, or you're avoiding some things because of an autoimmune issue or food allergies and intolerances, then this is the place to be, because that is the way that we eat and those are the things that I share. I help Christian women steward their health and their wellness through real food nutrition. And I absolutely love sharing all the things that I pick up, because I feel like it's a great starting place to see a little inspiration, or if you're getting started on your holistic living journey, then these are just some of the items that I like to pick up. So stay tuned, see what I got from Sam's Club, because they have really been stepping up their game when it comes to healthier options. Let's pop in and see what I got. If you've ever wondered if you can get some healthy items at Sam's Club, I am here to show you that you definitely can. Let's show you what they have. So first we're going to walk around, then I'll show you what we picked up. I thought that was a great deal for the air fryer liners, and I was shocked to see these Boulder Canyon avocado oil chips that we usually get at Costco here. So I had to pick that up. And wherever possible, I'll show you the prices as well. So here are some tortilla chips, and they were like a lime flavor, and they were $2.76. I didn't see if those were gluten-free or not, but these I have seen before. I haven't tried them yet, but they're the red quinoa tortilla chips, and I like that they are non-GMO, they're gluten-free, and then the red color they actually obtain by, I think it's beet powder that they use. And here are the ingredients. Next up, I just wanted to walk down this aisle, and I saw it stopped me on my tracks. This is one of my favorite candy bars, and this is the Unreal. It tastes just like Mounds, so if you're a fan of coconut and chocolate, I was shocked to see them here. But they also said a limited time only, so that might be why I've never seen them there before. They might just be a one-off thing. So next up, I saw these Oatful Bites, so I picked that up, but as I always encourage you to do, it seems simple until you read the ingredients, and then you see all the other things that are in here that may not work for you, that they don't work for us personally. So they also had the Boom Chicka Pop. I used to love this, and this is the kettle corn. It is gluten-free, and they had the Archer Farms mini grass-fed beef sticks. So a lot of the things that I picked up here are things that I typically get from Costco. So I wanted to show you the ingredients, I wanted to show you the options, and I wanted to show you some of the prices. Pistachios are packed with vitamins and minerals, especially zinc and magnesium, manganese and phosphorus. Those are on sale. And then if you want something that's like a cheese doodle, these are under $7, and these are kind of like a cheese puff flavor. My son loves these. I get them once in a blue for him. And here are the ingredients. Be just mindful of some of the ingredients in here if this doesn't work for you, things like lactic acid or maltodextrin. I picked up these nut and fruit clusters, and I just wanted to show you how tricky it can be to get things like this, because this has things in it that are just not not great for you. These dark chocolate keto clusters would be a better option, and I'll show you what the ingredients are on that. This does have erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol from corn, and it can tend to upset your stomach if you're sensitive to that, or if you eat too much of it. So there is a cost for having some of these additives, but I just wanted to make you aware that is an option. A lot of people share like this Kinder's brand of things, but I like to just go for the unadulterated ingredients that just have the herbs in them. So here are the ingredients. If you're ever curious, or if you use this, it may work for you, but these things have like milk in them, and a lot of times they'll just have added oils, and I don't want oil in my seasonings because I'm going to add oil to my food in the form of avocado oil or coconut oil or something like that. So I love that they had all of their organic seasonings in glass jars, and the prices, as you can see, are really, really great, especially for organic spices. They also have these other spices. These are going to last a very long time, but this glass bottle, you could reuse that. I absolutely love bottles like this, because then you can get your bulk spices and you can just refill them, and you have these really nice glass bottles. Next up, I wanted to show you the oil options that they have. So olive oil, this is in a plastic bottle. I like to skip those. This one looked like a decent option. I turned it over, and it was product of USA, Mexico, and or Spain. And I thought, if you don't know where this is from, I don't know where it's from. So I put that one back, but the price was $10 for that one. This one, it said a limited time on this one, but when you turn it over, it's in a dark glass bottle. It tells you where it's from, the lot, and everything. I absolutely love having that much information of where my food is coming from, if I can help it. Next up, they had a 3-pound bag of the finely sifted almond flour, and this looks a little finer than the one that I get from Costco, so I might try that one when I run out of my almond flour, and that's a great option. They're whole almonds. They're Members Mark, under $13. This giant bag. They're also non-GMO, and so are the pecans, and the pecans looked really good. Great options for those. So next up, I'm just going down this baking aisle, seeing if anything else pops out, because I was really shocked to see some of the things that I just showed you, because it's been a while since I've been in Sam's Club. So we're going this way, and then if you are someone who eats rice, they have some parboiled rice here, but this one in particular I would skip just because it's enriched. Anytime it's enriched, all the nutrients have been pulled out of it basically. Then I looked at some of the sauces to see if there were any good sauce options. I was looking for like Primal Kitchen and the ones that we typically will get. They did have the Lindsay's olives, and these were under $12. This was a really great deal, because this is a giant jar of artichokes. Great for salads, great to mix in with a bunch of other things. It does have citric acid in that as a preservative, so if you're sensitive, just be aware. And then this is the meat section, deli section, refrigerated section. These were on sale, and this was the Amy Lou breakfast chicken sausages. I've never had this one in particular, but I went ahead and picked it up because it was on sale, and I looked at the ingredients, and they're typically pretty simple. This was their albacore tuna, and all that was in it was white tuna, water, and sea salt, and this wild caught, so I had to go ahead and pick that up. Of course, I picked up those Boulder Canyon avocado oil chips. So this is a really great start. This is also a good option, and this is the double Q pink salmon, and this is wild caught. So if you're ever someone where you don't have access to like the frozen wild caught sockeye salmon or something like that, you could always pick up canned salmon. We grew up eating it. My grandmother used to make it all the time. And it's still a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids. And it's a great swap for tuna if you get tired of tuna. They had Rayo's marinara sauce here in a 2-pack. They had their natural peanut butter. And I just want to show you the ingredients of this. So roasted peanut sugar, peanut oil. My son was like, oh, is that chocolate? Fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, rapeseed, and soy. Mono and diglycerides, molasses, and vanillin. Vanillin is a problem. Fully hydrogenated vegetable oil, also a problem. There's nothing in there that's actually food. So next up, we're going to pick up our 7 Sunday cereal. I ended up not getting this because I'm going to pick up something different. But that's one of my favorites because it's really simple ingredients. Nuts, seeds, some coconut oil, and some coconut sugar. Very lightly sweetened, and it will keep you full. They had some raw, unfiltered honey. I didn't need any, but I thought that might be a really great option to pick up next time. And then the Members Mark Sam's Club brand wild honey looked like it was really decent also. So organic maple syrup, a quart of it. Great option. And I went ahead and picked up some of the pasture-raised eggs. They're under $7. Whenever I get eggs, I like to get pasture-raised if I can help it. And then I'm just going down the freezer section, and I saw the flounder, and I was like, oh, this is great. We like flounder, we like cod, we like salmon. So I picked it up, and I was going to put it in the cart. And then I just said, let me turn this around and let's look at the ingredients. So I love that they tell you catch method and where it was harvested. But there's sodium tripolyphosphate. So I decided we're going to put this back. That's just an unnecessary ingredient and preservative that does not need to be in your food, and it can really have a negative impact on your kidneys. This is what we look for. Sockeye salmon, the ingredients are sockeye salmon, and that is it. Great price on those. And then there were some other things over here. I was just looking through to see what they had, just to see if anything was new or popped out. So I'm always on the lookout for healthier options. They had acai bowls, but I skipped that because they're usually packed with a lot of sugar and a lot easier to make yourself. They had some Normandy vegetable blend, and they had some berries. Whenever I see berries like this, it's a great price, but those in particular, they weren't organic. This caught my eye. So I was like, organic chicken tenders. And I saw that they were gluten-free and that they were fully cooked. So these are the ingredients. So it does have canola oil in it. Okay, so today we're gonna get into what I picked up from Sam's Club. In Sam's Club, I have been so excited with all the things that they're starting to carry there. And I always say you vote with your dollars. It's one of the things I think that we all know is that the more that there's a demand for something, the more that they're going to supply it for us. So keep buying things that are great for you, and stores will continue to order them, and that will bring the prices down as well. One of the things that I absolutely have been loving getting from Sam's has been this 4-pack, and this is their grass-fed, grass-finished sirloin steak, and this may be something that you look for or you don't look for, but when I'm looking for things that are grass-fed and grass-finished, I like to know that they came from Australia or New Zealand, because they don't play around. Like, they don't do feedlots and things like that, to my knowledge, and they raise their cows and their cattle and things like that in the way that they're intended to be raised, which is on grass and all of that. So these are actually raised in Australia, processed in the USA. You get 4 of these sirloins. I paid $14.79. They were $9.48 per pound. And sirloin is such a great way to get in iron, but it's also a great way to get in a leaner cut of beef. I like to make sirloin tacos with that. I'll squeeze some lime juice and I'll use some grain-free tortillas or something like that. Or I'll just, serve it with the typical potatoes or something like that on the side. But it's filling, and typically my son will eat one, I will eat one, and then my husband, and then for the next day for his lunch. So this takes care of 4 meals for us. So I really, really love to get this. And then all I have to do is pair some sort of side with it. And then the next thing that they've been carrying more of in my area, this was $25, and these were $5.28 per pound. And this is the organic boneless skinless chicken breast. And this actually works out to be cheaper than the one even from Aldi or Costco. So per pound, this was cheaper. And these were hatched, it says hatched, raised, and harvested in the USA with the chicken. So I picked that up. This is something that's new to my Sam's Club that I've never seen it there before. And they have the organic boneless skinless chicken thighs. So I went ahead and picked that up. These were also $5.28 per pound. And this is 4.38 pounds of boneless thighs for $23.13. And then it comes in this triple pack. I love getting this because I can just cut up the package, put some in the fridge and marinate them if I need to, or I can just pop some in the freezer, in the deep freezer. I did go ahead and pick up, I really like, my favorite part of the chicken is the chicken thigh, and I love the bone with the skin, just for like your regular roasted chicken. So this giant pack was $7.71, and this does say hatched, raised, and harvested in the USA, and this is no antibiotics, no hormones, and no artificial ingredients. So this is probably greenwashed, but we're going with it. No antibiotics is important to me when it comes to meat. So this is what Sam's Club has that I was pretty surprised to see, and it was on sale this week. And this is the Amy Lou Maple Breakfast Chicken Sausages, and these are fully cooked. They do have some other ingredients in them, so there are some sugars in them, and there's maple sugar, maple syrup, vinegar. I'll let you check out the ingredients on that. But this I was surprised to see, and it has 3 of these in this pack. So you are getting approximately 36 links. So this will be for our breakfast for this week. And I also picked up their pasture raised eggs. And then last sorry. Oh wait, that's right. I picked up their premium albacore tuna in water, and this is wild caught, and there are no other ingredients in it other than white tuna, water, and sea salt. That is it. A lot of the other tunas that are carried in stores, they'll have things like chicken. It won't even say chicken broth. It'll say vegetable broth. That could mean anything. Or it'll say that it contains soy, or it'll say, I'm like, why is there soy in the tuna? Like, tunas don't eat soybeans. So anyways, I like to get things that have as few ingredients as possible when it comes to our meat, just because that is an animal, you know, and the way that it was raised and treated is going to have an impact on our health as well. So do what works best for you, but I like to get things as on the cleaner side when it comes to meat. There's certain things that I just are really important for us. We have already eaten some of these, and this doesn't have that, this does not have perfect ingredients, but this keeps you from going through a drive-through, because these tasted like, what's the store? I'm trying to think of the fast food place that sells like, kind of like DQ, is it DQ? Anyways, there's a fast food place that I used to eat at years and years and years ago, and they had these really crispy chicken tenders, and you'd get like 3 of them, but they were giant. These taste just like those. They are gluten-free. If you are sensitive to corn, don't pick this up, because that's what it's breaded in, like corn and everything. I'll put the ingredients on the screen. But I just popped these in the air fryer when we got back. And it just keeps you from making decisions that maybe aren't the best, and at least you can control the fact that these aren't going to be fried twice. So whenever we're going to a fast food place, if you're not aware of this, they come just the way that you would buy them in the store, but then they are fried again. So these already have canola oil in them, which is not great for you, and it's pretty inflammatory, but it's not fried in it twice. So when you go to any sort of restaurant, when you buy things like chicken fingers or even chicken wings, they're fried twice. So at least I can control the fact that it's not fried twice in oil that's been there and been sitting over and over and over and been used over and over again. So I picked these up. I actually really like them. They were a little salty, but most things in a package are going to have a lot more sodium than you would necessarily cook with, because they use it as a preserving agent. So just keep that in mind. I never preach eat perfectly, because this is not eaten, and do what works best for you. And sometimes we're going to have treats like this, and for this time I wasn't mad at it. So next up, I picked up some spring mix, and this is just the what is in here. I picked this one up because it doesn't have spinach in it. So this is one that I've really been enjoying, just having as a little green. Picked up some organic bananas. These were $3 for these English cucumbers. I picked up their coleslaw mix, which I love getting because I can do an easy like egg roll in a bowl or something like that, or some sort of stir fry. And this is $2.18 for this giant bag. The small one at Aldi is $1.79. So this one sometimes is even hard to go through this entire bag. Next up, I picked up just this giant head of cauliflower, because you know, you can make your own riced cauliflower. It's really easy. So I went ahead and picked this up, or you can roast some. And I was shocked that they had the Boulder avocado oil chips. So here's the thing. When you buy something in a bag, when you buy something in a package, someone else has made that. By someone else, I mean a company or a factory or whatever. So that's going to tend to have ingredients in it that you wouldn't necessarily cook with at home. But we still like chips, and this is still a chip. Like, this is still not a health food. It's just healthier than getting something that has a ton of seed oils in it. So pretty much everything that I get, I like to get a whole food, but I like to get something that is pre-made for breakfast sometimes. So that's usually going to be a chicken sausage. That's usually going to be some sort of fruit with that, or, you know, my coffee. And then I like to get something fun. So on those days when I do not feel like cooking, someone else has cooked the protein, because it's so easy to put other things with it. Like, I could have this, put it on top of a salad and call it a day, or I could put it inside of a tortilla and do it like that and have like a little chicken wrap. So last but not least, we go through a lot of potatoes in this house. So I picked up just the gold potatoes. Those are our favorites. And then sweet potatoes. So this is what I got from Sam's Club. Sam's Club has been to me, their food and the selection has gotten better and better. So let me know what you got the last time you went to Sam's Club. If your Sam's Club even has these, be on the lookout for these. I know it varies region to region, but I'm so excited that they have so many more healthy options and items that are organic. Until next time, your life matters. What you do with it matters. So what will you steward well? Peace.